issue in this country right now is we live in different realities.
That's right.
I live in a reality where I know I do not have the same opportunity as you. I know I don't.
And you know,
and I know what, Scott.
I got.
And you know that.
Let me just tell you about me.
I'm gonna let you finish, but I want to answer this.
I'm not talking about how you feel. I'm talking about how I feel. Me, a black woman in this country.
But not in this city.
And I will run. And if you want,
I'm a New Yorker, not in this city. You cannot say that. You can't say that in this city. I'm not
talking about New York. I'm talking about actually
let her finish.
right here. I got a law degree, a master's, and 2 bachelors. Probably more education than all of y'all added up together at this table, right? And I have always been the least paid person on payroll at every institution I have worked in. And it's not
even in the White House?
Even in the White House.
Well, whose fault is that? I don't think you worked for George W. or Trump.
Well, guess what happened when I was there? DEI.
Scott.
I'm
head, Scott.
Look,
You're my friend. I respect you tremendously. I think you're probably the smartest operative in the Democratic Party, and they should listen to you more. That's number one. Number two, you and I share a comparable background. We're both from the Midwest. We both come from middle-class families, lower middle-class families, maybe. I actually think we share a lot of similarities in our journey. But I think you made it, and you are the most respected voice often at every room or every table you're in, not because of anything other than your talent and your work ethic. And
I'll stop it right there. All right. So my question is, are women of color still marginalized? In y'all honest opinion, do y'all still feel like, do y'all believe that women of color are marginalized in this country?
No.
Why you don't feel like they're marginalized, Molly?
We had DEI and she was bragging about it. And then she's saying, what did she say to that man? She doesn't have the same opportunity as him. Like, what is a white man that you're sitting right next to doing the exact same job as? You don't have the same opportunities. Like, they lose me with some of that. And you're sitting here bragging about how much degrees you have, but they're not getting you paid. So what's the point of bringing those up? She's oppressing herself with her mindset. And
she brought up her degrees and her lack of pay to prove a point.
Quentin, why is Molly the devil?
Because what the fuck she just said. Now, like, yes, black women are the bottom of the gutter when it comes to anything. When you see, it just is what it is.
What?
This is what it is. Like, if you have a black girl and a white girl in a position, get rid of DEI, just off rip, they gonna pick the white chick.
No, because if you want to know, and I'm not talking about from the aspect. Now I'm about to kill your whole argument. So, if you're talking about it from the aspect of DEI, then the white woman is going to benefit from the DEI.
Oh, we took that out.
You finished or you done?
Both.
Technically, the white woman is going to benefit from it. The black woman is on there talking about she doesn't get to do the same job, has absolutely actually nothing to do with the DEI, because technically the DEI benefits that white woman more, because that's how they're trying to get over on the white men. She is just sitting there with a ridiculous argument when technically the most underpaid administration has actually been.
That. Well,
she was the most underpaid working for the Biden-Harris administration, right?
No, she was the most. She's saying she's the most underpaid working for an Obama administration. So that woman has been working.
She's the most underpaid in anything she's done with all her 10,000 degrees, is what she said.
So
why doesn't her degrees? Because why doesn't her degrees warrant more money?
Who are you talking about?
What are her degrees in?
I don't know. Did she say it, nigga?
I think she said law, maybe for one.
Yeah, she has a law.
What were the rest?
She has a law. She has a master's.
I think a lot of
liberal arts.
Nigga, you can stop.
Nobody
fuck
cares.
The rest, nigga. Nigga. She got a law degree. Fuck her liberal arts degree, nigga. She got some more education. Don't even bring that shit up.
She
So
has
you
a
gotta ask yourself.
Okay, and she's
You
doing
gotta ask
journalism
yourself,
though. You don't need all that to
why
do
no,
is she
she's not
journalism.
not
even doing journalism.
compensated
She's
for those
she's doing
private
commentating.
artists?
She's doing commentating. The woman has worked in the White House since Barack Obama. The problem with her is that she has the victimhood mentality. There's nothing that she has done that's actually been less than anybody else. And I don't even know how she knows that she's getting paid less than everybody else, because that's
Right.
an HR problem. If she knows how much everybody else is getting
The
paid.
plight of the black woman in America is still the fucking same as it's been our whole
No, it
fucking
is
life.
not. No, it is not. There's nothing wrong. No, these women have every opportunity like
Black
everybody
women,
else.
I stand with you. Fuck this fucking
No,
fair
I don't
skin
care what you stand.
woman that's trying to tell y'all no.
I don't care what you stand with.
You
Those
don't even
women,
like black women, Q Diddy.
What is that?
You've said it. I'm just
I've
saying.
never said I don't like black
So
women. I've never said I don't like black women. I've never said that. Never in my life have I said that.
black women are not. Black women are not.
That shit was out of
Especially
control,
the
man.
last 4 years.
What does the messing with white women have to do about me with black women?
I
Because
just thought I've heard you say you don't like black
my
women
last chick I
several
dated was
times.
a black chick from the fucking heart of Chicago.
Okay. Okay. Today you stand with black women. Tomorrow
No, you
it's gonna
say
be F
dumb
us.
shit. I call a spade, and you're wrong. The plight of the black women ain't changed in America at all. DEI or not.
wait, what plight? What plight?
Niggas like that. When people see a black woman, they have this stuff,
You
negative
do too.
stuff
Hold on, but we're not
about
talking.
a black
We're not
woman that.
we're
You
not
know what
talking
job
about
the black
that.
woman, they want to, nigga, you want some credit card company, they work for them niggas that collection, nigga, because
But
they know
we're
they
not
gonna get
talking
beat
about.
combative and they gonna get their money. And that is the plight of black women.
I
We're
know
not
what's
talking
You
going
call
about
on.
customer service, you get a black chick on the phone, you hear that voice.
I
you
know
what
what's going on here.
We're not talking about attitudes. We're
Wait a
talking
minute.
about jobs.
Wait a minute. Y'all not gonna let this nigga do this. Y'all not gonna let
Shut up,
this
Slimmy.
nigga quit.
I'm gone, nigga.
Y'all
Fuck you,
not gonna
Slimmy.
let this
He's
nigga
trying to
quit
get
do this.
Jerry, so
Bring
he
your
has
ass.
to play his role.
Bring your ass
No,
back.
I
Bring your
don't.
ass back on screen, motherfucker. This goes back to how he addressed the chat immediately. This goes back to what he said. You are doubling back on everything you did put up on this fucking panel since I've been up here, bro. You've been dogging black women, and now you got a crush on cute little 5'3" Jerry.
What does me dogging black women?
That's what it is.
What does me dogging black women have to do with them being marginalized? What?
They're not.
Bro, you ain't never
marginalized.
said no shit like that in your life.
I've never been asked.
They're not marginalized.
Quinn,
What?
every time we bring up black women, you going in.
Can you? I want a clip of me going in on a black woman.
Angel Reese.
What is that? Nigga, she's a basketball player. What does that have to do with anything? Like that just
You was going in on
black.
it. You just said name a time.
Well, you said I going on black women. What? Oh. Anyway, you said I going on black women. That's a black woman. That's
Can you
one
tell me
black
how they're
woman.
marginalized? I want to
That
know
don't
that.
act. That's one black woman that don't act right. I don't get what you're
We'll
point.
get.
I never speak
How are
to
they
the
marginalized?
Quinn.
I'm gonna be like Slimmy. Nah, you got it.
Quinn.
No.
Quinn,
Substantiate.
you don't. Anytime we watch Pop the Balloon,
are they
anytime
marginalized?
we cover Pop the Balloon,
that nigga, they be ratchet though, nigga. What are you saying?
You think all black women are ratchet?
I don't think that. The black woman I dated, she wasn't ratchet.
Man, this dude didn't even give Uche a chance. He heard her voice and was like,
like this definitive, overwhelming. I think all black. That's so not true. It's dumb as fuck to say that.
Okay, but the black women are going to clip this. They're going to clip this, so they need to know how they're marginalized. So
I
they can
stand
put
with
you on a
you,
pedestal.
black women. I understand that you guys are the most overeducated, underpaid demographic in America.
Who?
This is so bad.
I'm paid.
Nigga, you're not black. You can say what the fuck you want. No one sees you as black, nigga. I want to hear how Carrie feels.
Carrie, Carrie, are you ready to comment on this conversation?
I definitely think that women of color are marginalized, but I think they're marginalized by themselves, like from themselves.
Yeah.
I think that it's caused us to walk around with a chip on our shoulders. I think that um it's almost like on the Eddie Murphy stand up, he was like, I'm gonna stick my foot out and I'm gonna wait for somebody to step on my foot. It's almost like they're looking to prove that they're marginalized. Like it and
Are you saying that they are
last time I checked,
marginalized? Are you saying that they are marginalized, but it's a self-inflicted thing? Or are you saying
I
that
do. I do. And I'm not saying that it never existed, and I also am not diminishing somebody's individual experience, because I'm sure somebody will hear me say this and be like, I have proof that I was marginalized in this instance, whatever. There's always the exception, but in general, I think that we have a chip on our shoulder as a result of it. And I think that we forget a lot of the times when Black women are saying that they're not paid the same. In my experience of what I've heard, they're comparing themselves to a man. And to me, men play the game of business. They play the game differently in general. Most of the jobs that I've had, let me not even use me. A lot of the jobs that people have gotten, yeah, I'm sure that substantial jobs, I'm sure that their degree mattered to a degree, but usually that's not what somebody is really basing their decisions off of. They're looking at experience, they're looking at who they're like, there is some benefit to being in the network of other people, but we've all benefited from that. I know I have. Like, I've never had to fill out a job application because the people who I worked with, they knew my dad, they knew my mentor, they knew my sisters. They, like, we've all benefited in some way, shape, or form in our careers, I would think, from knowing people. um and look at her. So the minute that she got upset or that she got emotional, the minute that it got heated, she got emotional. So I would wonder, when you are in front of the people who you want to be treated highly or paid more, how do you show up when it really gets tough? How do you show up when the chaos comes out? How do you show up? Because I would be willing to bet that the white man, who I'm sure is who she's comparing herself to, they're not going to bust out and be like, I have a degree from here, 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 here. I'm probably smarter than all of y'all. They're not doing that. And you have to take that into account. People see that. Now, you may attribute that to your race and to your gender. They're just attributing that to you. Like, she can pop off at any given moment. So I think we
But
bring
she
it on
lied,
ourselves.
Carrie. She just
Huh?
she lied at the end because she was mad. She couldn't, as Anton would say, substantiate her argument. So
Mm-hmm.
she started to spew out things. Well, I'm the least paid. She don't know that. She doesn't know that.
I just
And then
hate
why
how
is she
you
making it
guys.
about her?
And and in my opinion, if you believe that you are really qualified for something, I don't want your DEI. I don't want your, like, I need to be able to win this fair and square, which again to me is something that a man's perspective, I think, I could be wrong, y'all could correct me, man, if I'm wrong. I would think that you guys are like, yo, I want to get this position because I know I deserve it. I can do what I need to do for it. I don't need you to give it to me because you got to have 3 Black men on your job. So I don't know. I just think
She
I
proved
think the
that
whole
point too,
premise.
Carrie. Right at the end, the point that
Yeah,
you're talking about,
when
she
he
said when he said, well, whose fault is that? And that you were getting paid the least. And he said, whose administration was that? That was Barack Obama. And she said, well, guess what? When I was there, well, he said, no, it wasn't George W. Bush. She said, well, when I was there was no DEI. So you didn't need DEI to get hired at, like, girl.
Okay, I'm glad you, because okay. Yep, that makes it even worse. That makes it even worse. That,
It's like,
and not for nothing, I think I said this on this panel before, but with my late mentor, he black pilot, all this stuff, and he said, I don't hire people just because of their race. I hire them because they're qualified. And so that's the other thing. When you do get around Black men, Black women who legit are like, look, I'm going with who's the most qualified. Like, I'm not getting pulled into this whole race thing. It at least forced me, even if I was for affirmative action, for DEI or whatever, it forced me to see beyond that, because they were proof that you can be Black and be at the top. You can be Black and be selected. You can be Black and be qualified. And not for nothing, if you're so mad that you're not chosen, go build it. So when you're around enough Black people who say, you know what, you ain't gonna select me, I'm gonna go build the company, I'm gonna go do it myself. It's really hard to get caught up in this whole DEI thing. It's just hard for me.
That's never going to happen. You're never going to get a person that feels like they're being marginalized to be successful, because then they'd have to face, in my opinion, the reality that maybe they may not be as good as they thought that they were. You know what I'm saying?
That's what most of them women are.
I've never experienced personally a situation where I felt like somebody got something over me because of race or something. Like, most of the positions that I've come into in my life, in corporate, for example, I'm pretty sure, like almost 100% sure, I was making more than my coworkers. Like, I would come in younger than them, making more than them. And if anything, because I knew that I was making more than them, because often at times the position would overpay to get me. They would have to overpay to get me. They had to pay an extra fee to get me to join in, because in one instance I had to come in through a recruiting agency. So they had to get their fee on top of that. So it's pretty insane. Like, I've never felt marginalized. If anything, I would say that in a lot of instances in my life, I sometimes felt offended because people would be trying to treat me special. It seemed like because I was the only Black guy there. Like, what? You here with us? You know what I'm saying? Almost like, nah, nigga, like, I'm better than you. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty weird, because I think that a lot of Black women are used to being around a lot of Black women. And when you have that, a lot of people, because when I hear Black women talk, a lot of times, even if they go to another city, like I've been on coaching calls with women, and I would say, hey, why you ain't gonna take that job in that city or whatever? And they'd be like, because I was looking at the city and it ain't a lot of us there. And, so they say shit like that. They don't just venture out and go and do it or take the position or whatever. They got to look at the intangibles. They got to make sure that it's a lot of them, or, I got to be around.
He froze up.
God.
They really
What
say,
do we think he was gonna say? I gotta be around. Who can finish Anton's sentence?
I gotta be around the other blackity blacks.
Yeah, other women who look
I
like
gotta
me.
be around other women who look, yeah.
He didn't pay for the internet upgrade for his Airbnb.
He didn't get the he got the
I
basic
just think
package.
I'm about to switch. I'm in this I'm about to switch devices, but I'm in this Airbnb, and this shit is not cool at all. So, but anyways, I think that Black women, a lot of times, they always looking for their people, which limits their opportunities, because they looking to be affirmed in a lot of instances, and they not trailblazers like that.